All right. We are live. Live and in the flesh. Or at least for one more session. Welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I will be your dungeon master for today. I have my wonderful group and my cousin Joey here. They are going to introduce themselves and the party in just a moment. But we have a few introductions first. I'm going to start with one of our players. CJ, you have something exciting to share with everyone, this Icewind Dale crew.
Yeah, so I am starting my own YouTube channel here, where I will be doing some crafting tutorials and projects. My first project went up today. It's this sign right here, this Let's Roll D20 sign. It's a 3D D20 that you can make out of cardstock paper, and I've got a whole tutorial and templates and everything available on YouTube, so check it out. It's CJ Does on YouTube.
And I will put the links in the description after the stream, and you can click on it and go to his channel and like his page and all that good stuff. And that's a really cool dice, CJ. That is 3D. It fooled Joey for a moment. It is a 3D dice, and I watched the video. It's like 10 minutes long, super easy to follow. And you can make your own wall-mounted 3D dice. So, everyone, speaking of subscribing and liking, here on Tabletop Bob, we stream every week. This is the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden group. On Saturday, we had a very successful stream with our Supernatural 20 crew, the one-shot horror campaign that I've been running here on the channel for the last few months. We ran an excellent one-shot called And When the Dogs Start Barking. It's a perfect addition to the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden book. It takes place in the village Dugan's Hole, so if you are looking for some extra stuff to put in Dugan's Hole, then this is the adventure for you. And I'll just leave it at that. It was actually really great, and the players all had a blast. They said it was their favorite of the campaign so far, so all of those are one-shots, and they're up on the channel. I will leave a link somewhere up there very shortly. All right, and one last announcement. The channel started, and it's all about Dungeons & Dragons. This is my creative outlet for D&D. But I am a Warhammer 40k player at heart. In fact, Andrew knows because he plays with me, and Joey, we started playing at the same time about 15 years ago, if you can believe it. And both games filled different roles in my life. But yeah, so I've been running tournaments and playing competitive 40k for so long, I decided to ask some of my friends in the competitive Warhammer 40k scene if they would come on the channel and see what happens when Warhammer 40k players play D&D. And the promo is up now. Should be, yep, there you go. We'll be playing a D&D 5e one-shot on December 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be a one-shot from Dungeon Magazine in 1990 called Incident at Strathern Point. It's a fantastic adventure, and we're going to see what happens when these win-at-all-costs Warhammer 40k players like Wargamer Fritz, Chris Jawaballs Dubuque, the captain of Team America, Sean Naden, and a Tabletop Bob fan favorite and incredible player of his own right, Andrew Rubino, see what is going on at Strathern Point. So join us on Saturday, December 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's this Saturday, 5 days from now. It's going to be awesome. And I hope to include more 40k players, and I know I'm going to get the chance to get Andrew and Joey on there at some point. So we're going to make sure that we keep this rolling, and that's going to be another segment on the channel. So now that we've got that out of the way, I'm going to switch back to Icewind Dale. Here we are. So, couple things, everyone. Last week when we played, was very controversial session. It was very controversial. The group went to
It was
the
a controversial
Tourmaline.
ending.
It was a controversial ending, although there were some.
The rest of the, I
Yeah.
thought the rest went well.
Oh, the rest went great. It was a classic dungeon crawl. You entered into the gem mine in Tourmaline because kobolds had taken over it, and through a little bit of persuasion and intimidation, you were able to convince the kobolds to leave the mine, and they went with you. They followed your lead back to Tourmaline, and you kind of integrated them into the town. They're going to be working in the town among the 10-towners. Well, hopefully. And at the end, we had the controversy of the century. We had a little in-party fighting between Rogal, our dragonborn paladin, and Flair, the half-elf bard. And the internet has spoken. Flair, you owe Rogal an apology.
Well, you owe him money, not an apology.
Yeah. Mostly just money.
Mostly just
money. Don't
25 gold pieces.
Don't apologize.
Well, it was the #1 trending topic on Twitter, but it was a hashtag justice for Rogal. What was how did we leave it off?
Team Rogal.
Team Rogal, justice for Rogal. There was a lot. There was a lot of hashtags
There's a lot
about
of Rogals all over the place.
Where did we leave with that? What was the payout for everyone?
I believe it would have been 25, because I have 33. I believe it would have been 25, and I think
Okay.
Stefano was holding back half of Rogal's gold. He only gave him 12. So I think he would owe him an extra 12.
I
So
don't
we all get
actually
25.
I don't actually remember how this ended.
That's okay. We have it on video.
I believe you owe him 13 gold.
But I do really like.
Oh wait, sorry. We gave him the 25, and he gave each of us 5.
Okay.
Because he owed us money. I think.
Gotcha.
That's
So
what he
he's
said.
starting to pay his debts off. Joe, you've been
And
quiet.
He gave,
Yes.
Yes,
and
I
he
have.
gave the kobolds like 11 gold.
Is this true, Joey?
Because then you said you had a net of 5 gold afterwards.
Is this true, Joey?
Yeah.
Does that reflect your?
I believe so. I believe I also gave 5 gold to people that I owed money to.
Gotcha. Okay.
2 people I owed money to.
Okay. So then that's where we leave it there, and we're gonna stop it there. But I will say one thing. I do actually like this little controversy or tiff between the group. It's got Iron Man, Captain America written all over it. I really do like it. It'll lead to a lot of interesting moments in the campaign, and hopefully, some people don't die because of it. Be very nice. Hopefully.
And I will state that if people had appropriate faith in the providence of Lathander, they wouldn't worry about such things as money, because Lathander will provide.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's see what Lathander is going to do today in Icewind Dale. So the group was on their way to a place called the Black Cabin.
You didn't
Now,
introduce
Andrew,
us yet.
his character, Elias Dawnstrider, who's relatively new to the group, this is your 3rd session, your character thinks that there's a possibility we can end the eternal winter. There's a man named Acretus at this cabin, and if he, so he says, has a device that could do this, well then, this could complete your mission to bring light of Lathander to 10 towns. So let's dive in.
Do introductions?
Yes, let's do it. Let's go reverse order. Andrew, go ahead.
Hello, I am Elias Dawnstrider. I am a human cleric of the light of Lathander.
All right. Flair?
I am the half-elf bard, Claire. Some might say the heel of the group, but I think I am the most beloved and popular of the group.
All right. CJ?
Edmund Brycean, friend to elf and man. best looking of the group.
Not to kobolds.
Not to kobolds, no.
Gotcha. And we go with Joey, rounding out the group.
I am Rogal. I am a dragonborn paladin who finds himself forever broke and forever friendless.
That's right.
Aw.
But that's what makes him so lovable. He's like a big teddy bear. That is frail and will break if you squeeze it.
Big, scaly, rough teddy bear.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to dive right into the game now. All right. So from Tourmaline, it is a 3-hour trip to the cabin. It's about an hour and a half or so to Lonelywood. But if you're going to bypass the town's road, you can just keep going. You can get there in about 3 hours. So what we're going to do is, and you are traveling by dog sled, so that should speed up the process here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a group survival check. And if we're successful, you only need to make one saving throw from the cold. If we fail, and depending how badly we fail by, we'll take up to 2 more checks.
Did we stay in
let's do
Tourmaline?
that. Yes, you stayed in Tourmaline for that night.
Long rest.
Oh yeah, long rest. Yeah.
It was lovely. They gave us the best because we cleared out the mine for them.
That's right.
Hey!
19. Oh, Flair.
3! 12.
Oh, wait.
Rogal. It's a survival check, Rogal, not a constitution save.
Only Constitution save.
You're supposed to make a survival check.
It's a survival check. Sorry.
God
He had a nat 20 on a con check, thinking that he had to make a con.
damn it.
So we need a survival from you, Rogal.
If this were actual dice, we'd just be like, oh, we'll just apply that modifier. No,
Well,
it's
how about this? How about this?
No, I'm joking.
I will say that 20 could count for your...
Survival check.
Oh, we could take the 1.
So Joey, because
Well,
you
now
rolled
you
both
rolled.
dice, I will allow you to make a decision here, Joey. Will you count the survival check as the 19? If you do so, then the survival check will be your con save, which was a nat 1. So, do you want the nat 20 to be your con save, or do you want it to be the survival check?
20 con. Like, whatever it is, Rogal is not very good at surviving.
Okay, so you want to put the 19 towards your con save or survival check?
The con.
Okay, so the survival, which is a group check, is going to bring you down by 1 more failure. So you're going to need 1. So everyone's going to need to make 2 con saving throws. Okay? So you've made 1, Joey. The group needs to make 2. You need to make 1 more. Group, 2 survival checks for the cold.
Con saves.
Sorry. Yes.
Oh,
Con
sick.
saves.
Check that out.
Why are we?
Lavender is with me.
Yeah.
Five.
All right.
Why are we not rolling with advantage?
I don't know, but
Oh,
it's fine.
I don't even need it. I don't even
I'm-
need it.
Flair's gonna roll with advantage.
Oh,
Wait, should I roll 1 more dice?
Remember, everyone rolls con saves with advantage because you have cold weather clothing.
well,
Alright,
there we go.
roll 1 more dice.
All right.
Oh, got worse. I rolled a 6.
Okay. All right. So it looks to me, and you can correct me if I'm right, but Rogal, you failed 1 con save basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Flair passed both. Elias passed both.
To the help of Lathander.
And Edmund passed both because that first roll would have been your advantage roll, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
5 and a 19, and then 2 15s.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So, Joey, you have 1 level of exhaustion as we reach and approach the cabin. Seems like that's normal.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
That's where you live. That's where
I
you
just
live.
want to take a moment, like on our travels, while we're like traveling to kind of turn to Rogal while we're traveling and say, Rogal, you know, what you did back there in Tourmaline was very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Not many people could do what it was that you did there.
What are you referring to specifically?
Well, it's just the things that happened. It's not every day that kind of thing, you know, comes along and can be taken care of the way that you took care of it.
I don't think I know what you're talking about, CJ. Are you talking about like being just helpful as like killing the Grell and like being impressive?
Well, yeah, but I'm being very vague about
You're being vague.
You're
Gotcha.
very vague.
it.
and
being
well,
very vague.
So what you're
being
trying to do is give a
purposefully vague about it.
compliment.
Yeah, Rogal sees right through the
No, I think he's being
Does he?
earnest here.
He's trying to be earnest, but like not that.
It's-
No,
It-
I'm genuinely impressed with
Okay.
how well you handled yourself back in Tourmaline and how what you did there was not something easy or something that anyone could do.
That is true.
Well, I appreciated it. It is nice to be noticed.
Yes, I understand. But
Oh,
I thank you, and perhaps as we move forward, we will grow to appreciate you more.
Oh. Well, I already appreciate you guys. So, onward.
Yes.
Can I
Aw.
spend part of the trip examining that crystal and maybe do an Arcana check to see if I can glean anything else about it?
Is that the
Oh,
crystal
yes.
which is in my possession? Out of
I
the
was-
skull.
I was almost positive that you handed it to me.
Oh. Okay, I hand it to you. If I didn't already do so.
yeah, you could do that. Now I think you made a you cast a spell last time.
I did identify, and you said that it was like blocking it. So if
Yeah.
Arcana is going to do the same, then there
No,
may be no purpose.
No, I can just tell you. You don't have to roll. I can tell you everything that you can get from this crystal. All right. So it's like a pink purplish crystal. It was in the skull, a very strange shaped skull in this wall,
Mhm.
and you can tell that it is emanating like a psychic aura, and because of that aura, it's not allowing identify to work. All right. You do feel like if you were to study this for an hour, you could attune to it and learn more, but you don't know what it would do to you.
Exactly.
So it would be a leap of faith, and it's up to you if you want to do that or not at this point.
I will divulge that information to, I guess, Elias. I mean, the party, we're in a sled, so. So, what do you guys think about this? I'm concerned there might be something sinister at work if any of us were going to attune to this.
Then perhaps we should not attune to it. And perhaps we can find someone who might know more about it. Perhaps that fellow, the wizard we met. Perhaps he could tell us more about it.
Ah, Zan. Zane.
Zane.
Zan.
Dan.
Dan.
Daniel, the mage.
Zip.
It's definitely Daniel.
Definitely Dan.
Ah, our old friend.
Yeah.
Good.
Adrian, why do you not keep it in your possession until we can find someone we can consult as to its use?
Well, I certainly am okay with that. I'm just worried, again, something sinister is at work, so we should try to find out more before we do anything with it.
Okay. All right. So, after the 3-hour or 2-hour or so journey to the cabin, you approach. I'm going to switch over the map for a moment. Okay, let's get you down there. All right. I'm going to place your characters on the map. Oh, we don't want that. All right, here's Rogal. I'm putting you down at the bottom of the map. Elias, you're at the bottom of the map. Flair is at the bottom of the map. And Edmund is at the bottom of the map.
There
All
I
right,
am.
and I have to give you all light because you can't see some of you. People and Dragonborns.
I will cast a light cantrip.
Yep. That's what I figured. That's why I'm giving you light.
40-foot dim, 40-foot radius.
I'll actually wait. So where? Wait. So
Guys, there's a compass right here.
Wait, you see the compass?
it's dark out.
Oh yeah, you should see the compass actually. Yeah, I guess that's good.
We
Okay,
can
great.
see the compass.
Joey, it's always dark.
Oh, true.
Edmund, look at this compass that I made in the snow.
So my
Oh.
whole
It's fantastic. And so
I'm actually gonna
accurate.
place you
To
guys
which direction
over here.
for which?
Oh, I can't see it anymore.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh. Be
So,
careful,
as
there's
you
a dragon
approach-
right here.
Have you guys like never seen the maps?
Yeah.
Or
We
No,
never
we're
see
just-
far enough to see anything.
the first
That's
time
true.
we tried this stuff.
We're just trolling you right now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because these maps are all the same. They have like these little doohickeys on them. But
Yeah, we're just
all right.
Little bit.
So perched on the edge of a snowy ridge above a gorge is a black lodge on wooden stilts. Whatever path might have led to this ramshackle retreat lies buried under snow. There are icy steps to a snow-covered walkway that clings to the south side of the structure. The building's slumped posture and sagging, snow-covered roof, coupled with broken windows and loose flapping shutters, suggest utter abandonment. Large snowdrifts huddle around the rotting stilts and engulf a nearby woodshed and outhouse. Only the wind visits this sinister place. All right, so you're on the map. We can basically, we can go in any order we want here, but just tell me what your character might want to do, and we'll kind of go around and make sure that you get, whatever you want to inspect or look at.
I want
would-
to turn to Elias and go, "Are you sure your friend is here?"
Well, my credit, she's not the tidiest of characters. He could be here. I wouldn't expect him to tidy anything up.
Interesting.
I have a thing. I would like to check the outhouse. I have a mistrust of outhouses. You never
Really?
know what's lurking in them. I
Really?
believe that's the outhouse immediately to my west.
Correct. The outhouse would be this little structure right here. All right, you can move your characters around.
Yes,
I
I
am gonna.
would like to inspect this outhouse. I guess we're going to move stealthily at this point in case Makredich
I,
suffered some
Like,
difficulty.
over
I
here.
would suggest we approach quietly.
Hmm.
Fellows don't want to saunter? Are you sure? It went
Rogal
so
is
well
the-
the last time.
What'd you say, Joe? Rogal is sauntering?
sauntering.
Okay. So the outhouse, this wooden outhouse, is half buried in snow. After a moment of clearing a path to it, you can open the door and peer inside.
I open
wanna-
the door and peer inside.
Yeah. Inside, you find a stack of what appear to be papers. Oh, they're not like toilet paper, but it seems like they might have been used as such.
Ew, dirty magazines.
Yeah. And there's just frozen poop and, waste in there.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Uh,
This looks to be a normal outhouse. We can move on from this.
perhaps I want to try and span the perimeter back this way.
Yeah, I inspect over here. Wait, so are these like?
Can I?
Is this over here, like at ground level? Like, can I
No.
climb that?
No, there's steps that go up here, and this walkway is about 20 feet high.
All right, I started climbing the steps.
Okay. And CJ, you move over there to look
Yeah.
in the window or so?
Yeah, like I don't know if I can actually see in this window if everything's 20 feet up over there, but if this
Uh,
window's that high.
Yes. Yes, it is. Everything is 20 feet up.
I'm gonna stash
But-
my mace and pull out my crossbow to cover Regal as he climbs.
Okay.
Do I see this like broken, shattered stuff?
Just looks like icicles, perhaps, that fell from the cabin's roof.
Okay.
I say I poke out the window of where.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry,
looking, and I go.
Rogal. I
meant-
apologize. You cannot go there just yet. So
And-
you climb up here, and I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Apologies. Ugh. Oh, 2.
Okay. You are going to fall as soon as you put your weight kind of past the stairs. You immediately fall through the ground, and you land on the hard packed snow. You're going
Ooh.
to take
Do I take any damage?
8 damage from the fall.
Ooh,
Oh.
nasty.
It is a 20-foot fall. 20 feet
Ow.
into hard packed snow with ice.
Ah!
How much noise does it
Oh.
make?
I cry in pain.
When
It
he
makes
falls,
a-
does the
it makes what you would
snow on
think.
him, and it looks like a dragonborn snowman.
Yeah. Yeah, some snow falls down from the walkway, and you're covered in snow and wooden boards, and you get up. It makes about as much noise as you would imagine it would make. Splintering, cracking wood sound, probably Rogal making a yelp or some sort of a
Yeah,
call
like
out.
I hiss in pain. I
Yeah.
hiss specifically.
I grumble to myself. Well, if they weren't aware of us yet, I suppose they're aware of us now. So I just start walking around freely.
Yeah, I turned back to Fladrian to see what all the noise was because he's further behind me and I couldn't see what happened.
I just shake my
Or no, is that Flair that was behind me, or was that?
It was Flair.
Elias?
Flair's there, and Elias.
Okay, but I'm gonna continue kind of walking
Sure.
along the perimeter around the back.
Yeah. And actually, CJ, because this is on stilts, you can actually see underneath the house, and it connects to where the gorge is to the left. All right. Now, as you're going around, CJ, you do see that this gorge that you're coming up on, if you were to fall down that gorge, you would most certainly die. You do not believe anyone would survive a fall from there. It goes down hundreds of feet.
The gorge on the west.
Yep. And in north. It kind of...
Oh, CJ's up north.
Circles
You're up
around
north already,
Further-
CJ.
yeah,
Oh, I
further
see.
north.
I'm gonna
Like-
jog after CJ and see what's going on behind.
Okay.
I start,
Oh, nasty.
out of the snow.
Yeah. Joey, you don't think that after doing that once, that if you were to go up there, that the walkway would hold your weight very easily?
No, I definitely don't think I could climb that again. So I try to make my way back to the group.
What
Okay.
did we
Turn.
see? What did we see in these windows?
Nothing technically.
They're 20
Okay.
feet
They're
up.
20 feet up,
Yeah.
so you can't
Got it.
really see.
Got it,
Like
got
you
it.
can see it, but you can't really see it.
Yeah.
Is there,
'Cause
is
the
there
map is
another
2D.
entrance we can spy?
Well, that's what I'm looking for.
It doesn't appear like there's an entrance.
Nothing
If you
else
had-
back here, huh?
Yeah, there's no entrance at the ground level.
I try and... Hey, I believe I can try and climb up with some of my climbing tools I have.
You
Would
probably
you like
could.
a boost.
That would be most excellent.
Okay.
Rogal,
Hey,
you seem strapping. Could you help our friend Elias here and boost him up a little bit while he tries to climb in.
And I'm going to cast guidance on myself before I start.
Okay.
Do I like give advantage to any strength? I can give advantage to any athletics.
I think because you're proficient in athletics, you'll be able to help.
What I'm going to ask
help
you...
with acrobatics.
Yeah, what I'm going to ask you to do then is Rogal will boost you up so that you can grab onto, like, get high enough to grab onto the structure, not just the stilts.
Yeah.
And then you can start using your climbing gear. So Rogal will give you advantage on your athletics check to climb.
And I get plus a d4, which I shall add afterwards.
Yep.
And then
Call
a
it out.
D4.
16.
20. 20 total.
A 20 total. Got it. Okay. So that's more than enough to, use your climbing gear. You've got spike shoes. You can make sure that you grab on safely and securely and make it up to this window, the closest area window. So probably this one, right?
I'm in.
Okay. So you climb up through the window and you enter into what can only be described as perhaps a workshop. This room contains a fireplace and 2 empty bookcases. Tacked to the walls and strewn across the floor are frost-covered blueprints. Face down on the floor, next to one of the blueprints, is a tiny man made of clay.
Elias, do you have any rope?
I do have 50 feet of hempen rope. But let me secure the area first. I want to look around the room for possible entrances.
Yeah, you do see a door on the south wall here.
Is it locked? Can I check to see if it's locked?
It is not locked.
I wish to
You
lock
jiggle
the
the
door.
handle, and it's fine.
Okay, so I lock the door.
You want to unlock it?
Is it locked?
No, it is not.
Is it possible to lock it?
Yeah.
I'm going to lock the door. And then I'm going to go and set up my hempen rope. I'm going to find some structure to secure it to so I can dangle a rope down for ease of access.
Sure. There's like there's some sort of workbench, table you could tie to. There's also a mantle here, fireplace.
Okay, I'll use the fireplace.
Okay. Yeah, you could tie it around
Mm-hmm.
something in there, maybe tie it around like the mantle top or something. All
Let's
right,
start-
so the rope is secured.
Friends, come up. It is safe. I have secured this room.
Is an athletics check?
Yeah, but I'm not going to make you roll for this. It's you got help, you're there, and it just as long as you take enough time, you'll get up.
I can pull you up.
Yeah. I get in there.
All right. You can move your characters up, everyone. All right. Okay.
So where is this clay person?
On the floor.
How large of a clay person is this? Is it like doll-sized or is it dwarf-sized?
It is small. Give me either an
Doll-sized
Arcana
support.
check. I would take an Arcana or straight up Intelligence.
Arcana. Oh, I ran with a little bit of advantage. But,
Yeah,
that is
you
an
don't-
8.
Yeah, you don't know anything really about this.
Is everyone allowed to do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure if it's dwarf-sized or doll-sized. so-
It's more like a large doll size. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there goes that.
Yeah, none of you seem to know. We got a 9, a 4, an 8. Yeah.
I'd look to see if it has a tag on it that says Blinsky.
No Blinsky. No fun is no Blinsky. No, there's no tag. There's no even markings. This looks like it may have been like handcrafted by someone who doesn't make toys. Just like somebody molded it with clay.
I'm not sure I trust it because I fear that it might start moving.
Okay.
Is anyone opposed to me destroying it?
Let's burn it with holy fire.
Well, I could just rip its head off. It's made of clay.
Just take off its hands and feet.
That is also a good plan.
Or you could just toss it out the window.
I'm gonna like pick it up. We'll do all of these things. I'm gonna pick it up with like one hand, and I'm just gonna try and like remove its head
Yep, sure, easy.
because it's
Remove
made
that.
of clay.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna try and remove its hands and feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to throw all of.
Uh-oh. CJ
Uh-oh.
froze.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna throw.
No.
It was
He's gonna
cursed.
throw.
It was cursed. Pick it up.
And
All right,
this
good
is
night.
The second of CJ's characters that has turned to stone.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, you killed CJ.
Yep.
It's actually
First off-
not frozen right now. That's just him.
First off,
he's
you guys gotta watch
He's out of-
more Child's
he's out of
Play.
the roll 20.
What's that?
He's out of the roll 20. Too.
Oh, wonderful. He probably lost internet. You guys got to watch more Child's Play and Annabelle and because, there it goes. I had a feeling he was going to cut out. All right, so we're going to give CJ a chance to come back in, and he's back.
There he is.
There he
And
is.
there is.
CJ, you left us on a cliffhanger. You said we're going to throw the doll, and then you froze.
You're also muted.
Okay. So yeah, I'm ripping all of the parts off of the doll, all the limbs, the head first, and the hands, and then the feet, and I'm throwing everything out the window towards the gorge, hopefully down into the gorge. Yes.
Sure.
No, I
You
am-
could definitely reach the gorge from this window.
Okay.
Does he find anything in the center?
Does not.
Is it like a Tootsie Roll?
Definitely
Or
not.
Tootsie Pop?
Definitely
Or
not.
a jelly donut.
Nope. Nothing in the middle. Just clay. So you throw the clay creature into the gorge.
It
And
was a creature.
there it goes.
Yes.
Never to be seen again. Well, it's a shaped like a creature.
You got on the foul thing.
Into the gorge. Just immediately.
Okay.
Just throw Annabelle right in there.
Don't worry. I'll wake up.
Yeah.
and
With
it'll be
our
right.
Movie solved.
with our
All right.
track record, the next town we go to, there's gonna be a woman that says, "Oh, I'm missing my clay creature. I'm offering 1,000 gold."
Well, that's your nightmare.
lady, it's in a gorge.
I'm eager to find my Quidditch. I wish to unlock the door and proceed.
Sure. So you turn around, CJ, and the clay creature is behind you.
Seriously?
No, I'm not.
That
That would be
exactly
something.
what I would have thought.
It's
My
it's
God.
it's back together. It's like arms, head are back to normal, and it's just smiling at you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a supernatural 20
Yeah.
Saturday.
All right. So we're gonna continue on. You want to open that door, correct?
I open
Yeah.
that.
I think Elias
Elias.
said he was gonna open the
Elias
door,
opens that door.
but we can definitely do that. There you go.
I aid Elias in opening the door.
You can move through, I believe now.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I can see it.
Okay, let me describe this room to you. So, this room contains the lingering smell of burnt wood and flesh. You also catch the faint odor of wine. Snow has fallen through holes that are littering the roof, and then been pushed into the corners by stiff winds blowing through the broken windows. The walls and the furniture are scorched black, including a table with the charred remains of a book on it. Next to the table, on the floor, amid several broken bottles of wine, is a mostly incinerated skeleton and a round, frost-covered object about 6 inches in diameter on the floor.
Is that object one of those frost dagger things? No.
You can hold on. Let me just grab a handout here. If you'd like to inspect it, you can get a better look at it, but right now it's covered in snow and ice, so it's hard to see.
I'll inspect the skeleton first.
Yeah, I
Okay.
ask Elias, does that look like your friend McCreditch?
McCreditch! I'm going to inspect it. McCreditch!
Sure. Where is this?
Was your friend McCreditch always a skeleton?
Yes, he's behind
No.
this table here. He's behind this table right here.
Oh.
Well, your friend McCreditch might be a skeleton now.
All right. So, Andrew, you picking it up? You're looking at it, dusting it off?
If there's any jewelry or other thing that might identify it as McCreditch.
Well, are you inspecting the stone or Macretus?
I'm going to start with the skeleton.
Skeleton.
Okay. The skeleton. So, if you look at the skeleton, you do make out that it looks like it's human. That's pretty clear. But you need to give me like a medicine check or something to determine a little bit more. But you do find within the charred bones and ash.
Oh,
Okay, there you
25
go.
medicine.
Yeah, you do find. So you don't know when this happened exactly, but clearly, he was burned to death, incinerated, basically. And
it
you
is
can also
McCreditch.
see that there is an amulet, a silver amulet that is not silver, gold, a gold amulet that has a pendant on it, and the pendant shows two hands cupping a sun. You know that this is Macretus because you've seen him wear that. That was his necklace, and in fact, it's a necklace of Lathander.
McCreditch!
So you recognize it.
McCreditch! I break down a little bit. I take the amulet off him, and I kind of, kneel down and I pray for McCreditch's soul.
Yeah.
I do this for some time.
I'd like to try and inspect to see if there's any signs of a struggle around the room.
I
Sure.
try to comfort Elias.
Okay.
Just like
So-
putting a hand on him.
Now, I want
Yeah.
to check out the book if there's anything left of it.
Sure. So, the book would be on the table. Macretus is here, and CJ, where in the room are you looking?
Probably where? Probably on the western half of the room. I'll look for any signs of struggle or anything.
Sure. Give me
The-
perception or investigation check, your choice. By the way, this is the item that you saw on the floor.
Perception.
The orb?
Summer Star.
That wasn't his amulet, no. That was another item.
No, that's the item on the floor.
Hey.
What'd you
Alright,
get
so I got a
total there,
15
CJ?
perception.
What'd you get total?
Look for 15.
Okay, CJ, you're about to step, and you realize that the floor in this area of the room is extremely weak. In fact, you feel like if you put any significant pressure on the west side of this cabin, the floor will probably cave out, and you'll fall into the gorge.
Okay. I say, Rogal, don't come over here.
Don't.
Stay away from the west side of the room.
He's about to
What?
step onto a spot that you believe is bad.
Wait over here.
Hmm.
Rogal, please. I am trying to help you. After giving you some small praise for what you did back in Tourmaline, I don't want to lose you just yet.
Rugal, don't you know where west is? After seeing that gigantic compass, you must know where west is.
That's right. It's amazing that somebody made that in the snow for you.
That was wonderful.
Rogal,
Alright,
what are you doing?
Anything with the book?
Yes, I'll get to the book in a second. Rogal,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Wait, I had a real quick question. Is fall damage? Fall damage is not bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing, right?
I would say your armor ability does work on that.
It does?
I think it's bludgeoning damage.
No, but is fall damage its own unique damage?
No, bludgeoning.
It's bludgeoning? Okay.
I'm like almost certain, but either way, I'd say that your armor could protect you from the fall a little bit.
Cool.
That's why people wear helmets when they ride a bike.
Don't forget your temporary hit points.
Huzzah.
All right. Yeah, don't forget your temporary hit points that Flare gives you every morning.
Okay. So I actually only just have one. Oh, okay, cool. That's like no damage.
Flare, the book. You don't need to give me any checks here. The book is basically completely scorched. It's got a badly burned spine. The only letters that you could make out on the book cover, and they're in this order. You might want to write this down. E-T-H-E-R.
Ether.
Ether. All right. So that's the only thing you could make out on the book that is burned, but not badly enough that you can't read it. Everything else is scorched. Page is gone. All right.
And that's on a scorched page, or
no? It's on the cover.
front?
On the cover.
On the cover.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Rogal,
Next.
what are you doing?
Yeah, that's hanging with Elias, feeling bad first round. I ask Elias like, were you guys very close, or? I'm deeply sorry about your friend.
Thank you.
Oh. And I just put like a shoulder on his back.
You put your shoulder on his back?
Put my whole shoulder on his back.
Lean into him.
It's a dragonborn thing.
All right. So, Andrew, what are you doing then?
So, I'm curious about these two doors that are on the west half of the room.
Yeah.
But because of how they are situated in the weak area,
Yeah.
I'm curious if I can have Fladrian come over to assist me.
Yeah, you could do that.
And perhaps help brace me from falling through the floor.
Sure. The two half-elves, the lightest of the group?
Yes.
Sure.
Fladrian, can you assist me here for a moment?
Yes, but I would also like to assess if this object has any magic within it. But in the meantime, I will help.
Okay.
Pish tosh. Magic schmagic. Doors are more important. There may be
Oh.
gold behind these doors. And
Alright.
can I I'm gonna tie a rope. We're gonna do the rope thing where I tie a rope around me and around Elia or around Fladrian.
Sure.
And so that if I fall, I won't die. And then
Sure.
I'm gonna try and step over here and try and open this door.
Okay. So you go to take a step, and you feel a gust of wind, CJ, come from this window right here, and almost feels like it's going to knock you back. And good thing it does, because your perception from before, you now feel like you look down because you didn't know where you were just about to step, because you kind of lost balance for a quick moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like if you step on this board, you would fall through the floor. And it's freezing cold, obviously, in here because everything's open. There's holes in the ceiling, there's holes in the side here. But that gust of wind caught you off balance, and basically, you saw this spot here.
Right.
Does it look like he could put his back against the wall
Yeah, is there
and jiggle the handle or something?
That might work.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna definitely try and shimmy up against the wall, reach over and try and I want to open this door. I'm also concerned that whatever god gust winded me away from this door is trying to prevent me from going in this door. But also curious about maybe some evil thing is trying to keep me away from this door. So
Interesting. If only I thought of that.
yeah, you know,
You can attempt to give me an acrobatics check or something
Alright.
similar.
And since I'm helping with the rope thing, and I'm
Definitely.
proficient in acrobatics,
Definitely advantage on this roll.
Okay, advantage on this acrobatics roll.
I'll cast guidance on you while you're doing it before you do it.
Okay. I mean, it's your guidance. Well, let's see. Acrobatics.
all right.
Okay.
That's a 22.
22. You're able to kind of really lean up against the wall and shimmy a little bit over, leaning but still using, the weight of the rope being pulled on you to open the door, and you can see from this angle just about half the room.
Okay. Yeah, there's a barrel apparently.
Yeah, and
Seems
you
like
notice immediately, Edmund, that the scent of wine fills this room. You can feel it, sense it wafting out. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to head back over to Rogal and Elias. So, Elias, you come back after giving him guidance. Rogal and Elias, what are you doing there?
I want to go and inspect the shard like dagger thing that could have killed
Yeah.
Quidditch.
So let me describe it to you. It's covered in like snow and frost, but if you dust it off, you can see it pretty clearly. It looks almost like two metal rings around a rock, almost like a gyroscope-like thing.
Is there anything I can learn from more close study?
Perhaps you want to give me an investigation check?
Yes.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Just
Sure.
9.
A 9. Yeah, I mean you're kind of moving the gyroscope pieces. They do move. They're flexible. But other than seeing its composition, it's very hard to tell what it is.
How large is it?
It's about 6 inches in diameter, so it's not too big. The rock inside would probably only be maybe 4 inches. Okay.
I'm going to stash it in my pack.
Sure. Well, actually, before you do that,
I want to check that thing out.
well, before you do anything, Edmund and Flair, you're opening the door, you're doing your Mission Impossible type thing up across the side there. Flair's got you braced. Rogal has got his arm around Elias, comforting his friend. You can see that the rock gyroscope thing is there, so you pick it up, kind of inspecting it. And Rogal, you might be the first to notice this, because as Elias is kind of looking at it, he looks to you to kind of get your reaction to what it might be. The inside, the rock that was black, is starting to glow a bright yellow.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Does Elias or Rogal notice the writing along the metal parts of that?
So, I know the picture, perhaps I shouldn't have showed you the picture too early, but because of the ice and the snow, and his investigation check was only a 9, he did not notice the writing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Rogal, this thing is starting to glow, and now it's not just like a glowing light. And now, Elias, you see this bright light emit in front of you, and it really engulfs the whole room. So, Edmund, you open the door, and this catches your corner of your eye. Flair, same with you. You look to see Elias is holding this item that is so bright that you cannot even tell what it is at this point.
Elias, do you think perhaps that might be the thing that incinerated your friend?
Perhaps put that down.
And at that moment is when the object erupts and a force of heat engulfs both Elias and Rogal. Rogal and Elias, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Adrian, we're gonna have to find another musketeer and a new Rogal.
15.
Joey,
12.
or you both fail. and you each take 90 radiant damage.
How many?
90.
Or, so we're dead.
The two of you are dead.
What?
After a brief moment of blinding light, CJ and Stefano, both Edmund and Flair get their sight back, and you look around the room. The table is like little flames are lit on the table. The area is now even more blackened, and you see two charred remains of Elias and Rogal, just skeletons and melting flesh.
I look at Fladrian.
What?
Yeah.
I say,
What?
I told him to put it down.
Wait, what? I would have totally backed the fuck up.
I do feel like I gave you a little bit of time to decide to either drop it or not.
We're talking things, and I would have totally backed up if it was like this glowing light. Like,
I hear you.
My God.
I
I
hear
didn't want
you.
to toss it out the window.
I hear you, but
Or
the reaction.
toss it out right after I said, I
Wait,
think
for
that
real?
thing burned you.
I'm not even joking. I was like,
Oh,
I was
I know.
literally like facing like the camera and being like making like emotional gestures of like
I'm very certain that Rogal would have done that.
like
I'm very certain.
I
Now-
I swear to God, like
I believe
knew
you.
there was like I thought like I was gonna have like some sort of like turn or something to say.
That is how death gets you, by the way, in general.
welcome
yeah.
to the Fladrian and Edmund show.
Wait, are we actually dead?
Yeah, you are dead. Now, Edmund and Flair, sorry, Stefano and CJ, I actually do need you to do me a favor right now. I need you to take out, just put your headphones down. I need to talk to Joey and Andrew for a quick second about what we're going to have to do going forward. All right? So just, but I just rather you not hear exactly what I might be saying, so just take it off, yeah. Just take off your headphones, yeah. All right. Joey and Andrew. I know this is tough. You are dead, okay? You are dead. However, after a brief moment of your life flashes before your eyes basically, and you do die. Joey, Rogal opens his eyes and he looks down and he sees his hands, his claws. Andrew, you wake up and see Elias's gauntleted hands, and you look down. The item that you were holding just recently is dropped to the floor, and as soon as you look at each other, you notice that the two of you are in some sort of spectral, incorporeal form. You can kind of see through you. In fact, you now look at each other and you realize what's happened. You are spirits. You can discuss with each other. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Also, just in front of you, beyond the table, you see a man who is similar looking. And he looks at you and he says, "You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Unreal."
We can agree on that.
Yes, that device worked out real good, Macreadich. Real good.
I mean, yes, and Andrew, you notice it is Macreadis. It's this. He's a little older man. He's got a nice big gray beard. He's been here for a while. He's wearing the same clothes that he was wearing when, you've seen him around in the Morning Lord's house. So you definitely know it's him. And he says, "I can't believe it. What kind of idiots would hold on to that thing when it's burning bright?"
I just had the instinct to back up, but it just didn't.
I wanted to throw it out the window, but I didn't want to.
Yeah,
cause a scene.
your elf friend. I saved him too. He was about to step right through the floor.
Wait, so you
You can influence the material world.
Here.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to learn the rules here, alright? We're stuck here, bound to this hellhole.
So we're not dead.
Oh no. We're about as dead as you can get. That's your body right there. And you look down, and you are standing over the charred remains of Rogal and Elias.
Believe. I think, therefore I am. So that's relevant to me. What matters is that I am here now.
You could think all you want, but you ain't coming back.
Well, you don't know that.
I've been here for weeks, trying to figure out what I can do here.
Well, what can you do here? I say, like, stressing out.
Yeah. Well, I figured out that if I try really hard, I can push something. I don't know. Knock a book over. I can make a gust of wind. Took me weeks to figure this out.
I do what I can to, like, try and flip the table.
Give me a charisma check. Straight up charisma check.
Ooh. Okay. So I guess I just roll a d20 plus 4?
Yeah. Don't wait, Joey. Don't roll in the chat. Do you have dice? If you have dice, if you could just tell me, that would be great.
I don't have dice.
Okay,
Can you roll
then,
it for me? Just roll a d20 for me.
Yeah, I'll roll. Yeah, exactly.
And just add 4.
Yep, exactly. All right, I rolled a 9, and your charisma is 4?
Yeah, so
Okay.
13.
So 13. Okay. So you don't move the table like you would normally be able to. You could just flip it with one hand. But you do feel like it rumbles just a bit. You like happen to like nudge it and it makes that little squeak noise that a table would make. All right? I'm going to pause and go back to the group, okay? And actually, yeah, exactly. And you can listen in. Okay, so this is how this is going to work, okay? You see how you can affect the material plane just a bit. All right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right, you guys.
Yeah. So they're going to be
After,
making
you know-
they're going to be making new characters while we play, and the two of you are going to continue on with our mission. All right? All right. So
All right.
CJ and Stefano, what would you like to do?
Well, we had a lot of discussion while you guys were having your discussion. We whispered a lot back and forth.
We did.
In the chat. We're not sure that we want to stick around too much longer, but we also do want to stick around because I want to find anything that's not bolted down, that's not that thing that just killed my two friends.
Sure.
So...
Perhaps a gold amulet.
Perhaps a gold amulet. We've got the book. We've got the gold amulet of... We can
Lathander.
The gold amulet of Lathander. I want to know about this door down here. I know I can see the wine in the larder.
Yeah.
Up
So-
there, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
that's
So you
all.
want to get a better angle at this room?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can kind of get I just got that waft of wine from that room.
Sure.
Wait, hold on. First of all, Flair says, Edmonds.
Yes, Fladrian.
Do you... and I just start pointing without saying anything.
Yes. Our friends, Rogal and Elias, they seem to have perished. There's not much that can be done right now, unfortunately. But we must carry on. Perhaps we can find something that Macretus left behind, whatever it was that
Yeah.
Elias was here looking for. We have to continue on, no?
Yeah. So you are having this conversation, and I think CJ, you said Edmund's gonna sift through and pick out that amulet, correct?
Yeah, I mean,
We're doing this together.
yeah.
But I'm saying, who has the amulet?
He can have it. He's got it.
Okay.
All right, I'll
So-
take the.
Yeah, so you sift through Elias's burned, charred corpse, and you find the amulet that was grabbed. I mean, it's still in his clutch. You have to pry his skeletal fingers off. As you're like bending over to grab the hand, you notice the table nudges just a little bit.
Like the table moves.
Yep. Like it made just a tiny squeak sound. As it might have been, maybe you nudge it, maybe Flair nudge it. You don't know, but it definitely moved, and you weren't sure if it was you.
I'm going to be very cautious of this table now that it's moving. Can I stab the table? I'm going to stab the table. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to stab the table. It might be.
Sure.
I'm gonna stab the
I was gonna kick it over.
Okay.
I
So,
will assist
yeah, I mean-
and kick it over.
Hey, whatever you want to do. You stab it with a short sword or something, or a dagger.
dagger. Pull a dagger and just kind of jam it into the table.
Yeah, and Flair sees you do that, and then he flips the table. The table goes all upside down. It's on the floor. It made a really loud noise.
Okay. It's not a mimic, but something. I swear that table moved. This cabin is not. We heard rumors about this cabin, didn't we? Somewhere.
You did.
Okay.
I cast detect magic.
Would you like to be reminded of what you've heard?
I would like to be reminded of what I heard.
You just know that this cabin was nobody knows who like founded it. They say there's like an old ranger that came out here and built it and used to like use it as a place of solitude. But over the years and more recently, any traveler basically could use it. It's like a, just
It's a halfway
house,
or-
yeah, that anyone can really use at any time. Detect magic, Flair?
Yeah.
You do detect magic from the item that blew up Elias and Rogal.
That's it.
It emanates transmutation magic.
Oh, interesting. Not okay. Transmutation. That's not conjuration.
No.
Never mind. But it does.
Do you mind if I really quick? I just want to check in with the guys, see how their character's going. Can you
Yeah.
take your headphones off? Thanks. Stefano,
Oh.
just
I'm
take your
just gonna
headphone off.
turn the volume down so I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Joey, your smirk deceives you.
He's pissed. He's pissed. He's really upset. All right. So, Andrew and Joey, you see the two of these idiots bumping over tables and, just like looking around. Elias, you see Edmund get the first thing to take the amulet out of your dead, cold hand or hot hands.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Macretus says, "We got to get the Summer Star up and running. It's the only thing that's going to stop this everlasting winter. And I don't care if I'm a ghost or if I'm really here. I'm doing it."
Macready, I think your Summer Star sucks.
Yeah,
I
well,
think you should forget about it.
I agree with it.
How
yeah, well,
about-
there was a design flaw, but I can fix it. I know how to fix it now.
How do you fix it?
So you see those rings they got around there? You see those rings?
Yeah,
Do you see the rings, damn it?
I see the ring.
Well, it needs a third ring, all right?
How do we get a third ring?
I don't like your voice, all right?
It's
too similar to mine.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
I have the gruffest voice of anyone I've ever known. I will not be outmatched.
I'm a dragon.
I'm so glad we're going to be spending an eternity together. It's going
Listen,
to be such fun.
all right? I can't use my hands to make another ring. I need you to tell your bumbling idiots, your friends over here, how to make this. We've got to get them to make it.
What do we do? How do we do?
All right, in my workstation, I've got a whole bunch of different metals. All right, they need to use the mithril. All right, and I've got blueprints in there. Shows them how to build it. We need to get them to do that. We have to figure out a way to tell them that the blueprints show them how to make it and which materials to use. If they do it wrong, it's gonna blow up again.
I start blowing like wind in that direction.
Which we could blow the blueprints towards them.
Blow the blueprints themselves?
Yeah.
You can fly, by the way. I'm just going to read you a couple things you can do here. You can fly. You have a 40-foot speed.
I fall to the floor.
You have a yeah. Joey, you straight up go down and
hurtling
come
towards
back
the
up.
center of the earth.
Yeah. The only thing you notice that is you cannot leave the property of the cabin. So once you go like to the ground, you stop. And if you want to go past the stilts, you stop. You're stuck in the cabin. You can't go through the roof. You also are completely incorporeal. You can go through walls. You can go through anything you want to. Yeah. So anyway.
So yeah, I guess can we try and like cause like a small gust of wind to like
Yeah.
Give me a
like,
combined charisma check then from the two of you.
Okay. Do you want to roll it for us?
Yeah, I'll do it too. I'll roll 2d20. All right.
I get +0 on charisma.
Okay. So Joey, maybe a 10, Elias a 3, but not great. I'm gonna go back to the group for a second. Okay, you can think of some other things you can do. All right. Think of some other things, and you can think of what you want to ask Macretus maybe, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay. Hey, you back?
Yeah.
Okay. CJ. There he is. All right, so Joey's making a wizard, and Andrew is making another cleric. Surprisingly, human cleric. All right, so let's. Yeah, so you were. What were you just doing, CJ? You were.
I was sifting through the body, and I
Yeah.
stabbed a table, thinking it was a mimic because it moved.
Yeah.
But I was sifting through their bodies, looking for. I was stealing Elias's treasure, basically.
Okay. Basically,
Yeah.
He
got it.
seemed like he had a lot of money when
Okay.
we first met him, so he probably still has a lot of money. And
Yeah.
we gave him 25 gold out of the other thing.
Unfortunately, the only item that is unharmed is the amulet.
The only item was the amulet. So they're charred.
Everything is gone. Any
Everything is
weapon,
gone.
any armor, it's completely gone.
Okay.
Does the amulet ping magic?
Oh, I apologize. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm not sure what the aura is there. I don't know off the top of my head. I would think it'd be transmutation as well. Personally.
Quick question. Fladrian, are you and I still tied together by rope?
Technically, yes.
All right. I'm gonna try and get this door down here. See if I can.
Okay. Yeah, you can
Use
do
that
it.
door.
It opens to the walkway that you saw Rogal fall on
Okay,
earlier.
So it's just a. Gotcha. That's the main entrance door.
Yeah, exactly.
So
This would be like
is a
front door.
window. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I'd like to check the wine room.
Sure.
I'm
if
sure
you
we
want
can
to
jump
hop,
to it.
yeah, if you want to hop over this square, you could do that. I won't make you make a check. You could put
Alright.
yourselves in that room.
I think I'm gonna untie myself at this point.
Sure. So
Fine. I
You
collect
go
my
into-
rope and I
go
start
ahead, CJ.
I start winding up my rope back together.
Okay. There are 4 frost-covered barrels filled with wine. clearly the extreme cold has caused the wine to freeze.
That's extreme cold.
Okay. I guess I'll try to check the room a little more thoroughly to
Sure.
see if there's anything there.
No need to make a check. There is nothing in this room of importance.
Okay. I will hop back.
Okay. CJ, where do you go?
Nothing in there.
I'm gonna head down this hallway and check these doors,
Sure.
see if they're locked, and then
No, they're not locked.
try and open each one. Bedroom. Okay.
Okay, that is a bedroom. A stiff wind blows through the broken window in the east wall, causing the tattered gray curtains to billow and flap like angry ghosts. Snow covers a bed and much of the surrounding floor.
I'm gonna just toss the bed, kind of lift up the sheets,
Yeah.
check underneath it,
Sure,
See if
snow
there's
flies
anything
all over the
hidden.
place. Yep.
check for any hidden things. Ooh, where's my character sheet? There's like I find hidden stuff, don't I?
Yeah.
What do I
You do.
find? Where's my character sheet? I can spot hidden creatures or objects, or make an intelligence investigation check to uncover or decipher clues.
Do that.
Okay. That's as a bonus action.
Yeah, do it.
I was like in the middle. Okay. So just a first check. Oh, not an advantage, but an 8.
You
Can turn off the
before you were like ransacking the bedroom, you did notice that it looks like no one has slept here in quite some time.
fan. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like no one's used this room.
And then
Alright.
I guess I'll go in here and check out this room.
Yep,
Does
this
room look-
bedroom does look used recently. Wooden planks have been nailed over broken windows of this room to hold out the wind. Furnishings include a saggy double bed and a bookcase containing some folded clothes, a few blank sheets of parchment, and a set of calligrapher's supplies. Next to the bookcase is a soot-stained hearth, wherein a scroll lies amid the ashes. I'm going to pause you right there. I'm going to double check in with Joey and Andrew, see how they're doing. If you guys can just...
I'll just mute.
Yeah. Mute is fine. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so you see them starting to go through rooms here. And when they open up the room in the top left corner, the wine room, Macretus says, "They better not touch my wine. I'd be very upset."
I don't think you'll be drinking it, Macreadich.
Oh, quiet you. Damn kids.
I do my best to try and like make like a noise into the blueprint room, or like, can we try and blow the blueprints again?
Sure, you can try to move the blueprints. Sure.
But like, can I make like a small enough gust of wind to like
To
fly
gust it out of the room?
Yeah, like out of
Yeah.
the room.
But I want to ask Macreadich, what's this scroll, Macreadich? That they're looking at?
Did you go into the bedroom with them?
Oh, no, I guess I wouldn't know about that.
Well, you could. You could follow the group.
Well, I
That's
would
totally-
be. Let's say I follow them into the bedroom and I see
Yeah.
the scroll and I come back out.
Yeah, so
I take
Rogal is
Macreadich.
arguing with Macretus
Yeah.
about, the blueprints and stuff. And you wander in and you see the scroll. And
Mhm.
CJ's character is probably going to pick it up, or whoever picks it up. You can, hover over their shoulder and read it. Okay? I'm going to let you read it before they do, because maybe he'll be, looking at Flair and saying,
Yeah.
"Get over here." So you can read it first. All right? It says, "Macretus, I've had enough of this damned relentless cold. I feel it creep in my bones, my head, and my heart. I'm heading back to Ten Towns for a decent meal and a warm bed. I fear this endless winter has numbed your mind. And tinkerer worth their chains can see that the summer star is a fool's errand. Maybe without me here to incessantly complain to you, you'll finally snap out of your obsession. If you truly insist on dedicating the remaining days to this doomed project, I might suggest that 3 is better than 2. I considered telling you before, but you were particularly rude at dinner about the dinner I made last night. May the light of the morning Lord protect you. Copper." Okay? So this
Yeah,
was a
Copper.
letter to
My
Macretus from
old
Copper.
friend. I'll go back over to Macretus and say, did you read that scroll, Macretus? In the bedroom?
Yeah. Yeah, I read
Copper.
that scroll. Copper was right. Gotta have 3 rings.
Oh,
Yeah, I read that scroll. Copper was right. Oh, I hear feedback. Is that you, Joey?
Oh, was that for me?
I don't know. That's
Oh,
okay.
well,
Either way,
thanks.
whoever it was. It's fine.
Okay, Macretus. Okay, Macretus.
Let's
try and
the
tempt them with the blueprints again.
go with the
Let
give
them
me a
read the
combined
scroll
charisma
first.
check. Yep. Give me a combined charisma check.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to roll it for us.
Oh yeah. Done.
Just 2d20, I think.
1 + 4, 1 + 0.
So I got a 9 and an 8, so 14 for Joey,
13
13 for Joey.
or 12. I don't know. You got 9 and an 8, right?
Yep. 9 and 8. So Joey, you are successful. I'm gonna say that you can move it just barely out of the room instead of like a gust. It like they won't see it, but if they come out, the blueprint will be on the floor. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm gonna go back to them. All right. Guys, Joey wants to know if he can use Unearthed Arcana. Are you guys thinking about that?
I mean, it's up to the DM, but I would say
Well,
no.
I wanted to include the group on this.
Oh, then I would say no.
Okay, so I said if it was going to be unanimous only, Joey, you cannot use Unearthed Arcana. All right, so CJ, you see this scroll in the fireplace.
Yeah, I think Fladrian's gonna check out the scroll, and I'm gonna
Sure.
check out the bookcase.
Also,
Okay.
I want to know if anything pings magic.
Nothing in this room pings magic, no.
Alright. So,
The note. It's a handwritten note from... It's titled Macretus. I'll read it to you.
Mm.
Macretus, I've had enough of this damned, relentless cold. I feel it creep into my bones, my head, and my heart. I'm heading back to Ten Towns for a decent meal and a warm bed. I fear this endless winter has numbed your mind, and any tinkerer worth their chains can see that the summer star is a fool's errand. Maybe without me here to incessantly complain to you, you'll finally snap out of your obsession. If you truly insist on dedicating your remaining days to this doomed project, I might suggest that 3 is better than 2. I considered telling you before, but you were particularly rude about dinner I made last night. May the light of the morning lord protect you. Copper.
Okay.
Thing?
I read that out loud.
Yeah, CJ, if you want to do your clues ability.
Yeah, I'm gonna
do that.
definitely search, try and decipher
Mm-hmm.
hidden clues.
Can I help?
I don't think
'Cause
so.
okay, because I
This
am,
this is a class ability. I don't know.
Well, this is just like it's just an when I can do this as a bonus action instead of like
Gotcha.
if we were in the middle of combat or something.
Gotcha.
Else.
Okay, so then sure.
But
I'll give
Because
you
I-
advantage.
yeah.
it's an
'cause-
intelligence, like otherwise it's like a normal intelligence investigation check.
I'd be fine with that then.
oh, it's investigation because you did perception last time.
Oh,
Well,
this would
perception
be
to spot hidden objects. This is an intelligence. This would be investigation to
Yeah.
check or uncover or decipher clues.
Okay, that one I can't help you with because
Okay.
I'm not proficient.
I don't really have great investigation, but
I have a 2. Oh my god.
another 8.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of confusing. You're not sure if like
I have
what this
like,
was.
So my instinct is that. So this is Is it signed by anybody? Is there a name signed at the bottom?
Copper. Yep, you
Copper.
recognize that name.
I do recognize that name.
Yeah, Andrew mentioned that he stayed with a gnome named Copper in Bryn
Right.
Shander.
Okay. Here's the gnome.
Yeah, Elias
Alright.
stayed with one.
So my immediate thoughts: the 3 is better than 2. I'm wondering if that means that he needed 3 subjects with the summer star, or if there's something on the Summer Star that needs to be set to 3 rather than 2.
Hmm.
If there's some sort of, because again, I've seen the picture, but I wonder if there's some sort of setting that needs to be set.
It's possible.
Had the ice been cleaned off after the first?
The ice after when you found the item, there was ice all over it.
Right.
Mhm.
After they
Andrew.
blew off, is it still
Andrew
covered?
kind of dusted it off. Yeah. CJ, hold on. So as soon as you walk back out into the hallway there, you notice that there's a piece of paper just outside this door.
Okay.
It wasn't there before.
I look at the piece of paper and I pick it up.
Yeah.
Is it,
Check
if it has any writing on it.
Oh, it does.
Oh.
In fact, you recognize it. It's
Oh.
blueprints for the Summer Star.
Okay. So yeah, I check out the blueprints. Is there anything specific that it's calling out? Like what?
Give me an investigation check.
All right. Okay. Investigation. Oh, I'll investigate. Investigate left, right.
Just get your mom.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's just paper.
Yeah.
It's literally a 0.
I will also allow for
I
Arcana.
Take the paper
Take
and
the paper,
check
here.
it out.
Yeah, here. I'm like, Fladrian, see, look at this piece of paper. I'm very insightful, but I can't make heads or tails of this blueprint. I'm not some sort of artificer. Bah! Throw it up in the air at Fladrian.
I will make a check. 21.
You can see
Oh,
that.
Jew.
Yeah. You can see that this is a blueprint to how to create the Summer Star, as it's called, the item that you've seen. You see the construction of the rings and the construction of the inscriptions, as well as how they connect to the stone in the center.
Okay.
It is basically directions of how to attach the structure to the stone.
I would like to compare the blueprint to the way that it is currently constructed without touching the item. So I'm going to move into the other room.
Perhaps,
Yeah.
Fladrian, if these instructions are how to put it together, they can also be used as how to take it apart.
Yes. You can tell that the device was made, and it looks exactly like the final product in those blueprints.
Okay. I am going to heed my friend's advice and see if there's anything that it says about safely taking this thing apart.
One thing that jumps out to you after reading the note, Stefano, and I'll get to the taking apart bit in a minute. You realize that this thing has 2 rings around it, as the picture showed that I sent you.
It would be the
Right.
third.
And in the blueprint, there's a third?
No.
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 But the note says that there should be a third then. The
Correct.
note is then suggesting a third ring.
Exactly. Hey guys, let me check on Joey and Andrew because I want to make sure their characters are coming. I'd like to maybe get them in next session. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in to the other side for a second. All right, boys. Macreta says, "All right, good. They got the blueprints. Now they know how to make a ring. Now we got to get them to pick the right materials. We got to get them in the workshop. We got to light that forge, and they got to start getting the metals hot."
Any advice on how to?
Can we
get
put,
them there?
can we pray to Lathander for a holy fire of heat?
Rather use ghost powers, damn it! I'm freaking out in the spirit world.
Joey, give me a
Oh.
charisma check.
Calm yourself.
I'll roll it. I'll give you I want to see what happens if you freak out.
Really?
21. So you'll see what happens in a moment. Okay. So, all right. So they've identified the blueprints, they've analyzed the problem, and they seem to be on the right track. But if they pick the wrong metal, it will severely limit the outcome. So you've got to get them to choose the mithril. There's adamantine, mithril, and steel. Not steel. Sorry, silver. There's silver, mithril, and adamantine. You're gonna have to get them to pick the correct one, the mithril.
Can we levitate the mithril when they get near it?
Can I
try.
levitate some light object on the mithril?
Yeah.
Yes, the mithril would be probably too hard for you to move, even though it's light. It would be too hard, but you could put something on it. In the workshop, let me describe to you what's in there. There's 2 empty bookcases tacked to the wall, strewn about the floor, are frost-covered blueprints, which you found. Face down next to the blueprint was the tiny clay man, but you threw the clay man out the window. There is snow all over the house, though.
You threw the clay man out the window.
Yeah.
Let's try and
Can I
throw some snow on the mithril.
Yeah, can I gather some? Would it be like? What if it melts?
It's not going to melt. It's negative 46 degrees.
Oh, true. What if that just covers the mithril? Snow is not.
I want to make a snow effect around the mithril, like it's
Yeah, can we levitate the
like
snow
this.
floating?
I would say you could levitate it, but it would only be for a short time. Like, if they are not looking at the mithril, they might miss it.
All right, can we
Oh, no.
put snow on the mithril and then wait till their eyes are on the mithril,
And then levitate it.
it's
Sure,
like
we could do
terror
that.
reaction.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Give me I'll do the charisma checks here. I'll do the 2 for both of you.
Make sure you label which one is which. One is the
I'm
plus-
doing Joey and then Andrew. So Joey a 15 and Elias a 15.
Oh,
Well,
all
I
right.
get 15.
Yep.
It's 19. That looks pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna go back to them and see what they do. Okay, so that's what you're
about
planning. You put
Macritich, is he helping us? I said
Macretus is
And-
he'll be helping, but you're gonna be making the rolls.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
our plan is to levitate the snow on the mithril the moment
Correct.
their eyes.
Exactly. Mhm.
And then lift the mithril.
Okay. All right, going back. All right, guys, back.
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, you're analyzing these blueprints. You're figuring out how to maybe disassemble this thing when the entire house starts to shake. Snow starts to shudder everywhere. The little bits of wood come down into the house. You kind of duck and avoid from the ceiling. Basically, little bits of the ceiling collapsing on you. You're able to avoid them. And then the house kind of settles. Could have been an earthquake or something equivalent to that.
Adrian, I fear that we may need to get out of here quickly. There may not be time to gather the materials to get everything out.
It's very possible.
We might be we might need to rush out, leave the Summer Star here and everything, and just start anew. Perhaps we'll find 2 new friends that can help us.
I feel like we're onto something. What if we just kick it up for a second and throw it right out of the window?
Ah, yes. Down into the gorge as far as it can go.
With the clay man. With the little clay doll.
Yes, with a clay doll. It is possibly the best place for it.
All right. So CJ, I see you standing in that room, the workshop room. Is that where you
I'm
are?
heading into the workshop room.
Okay.
I'm looking around. I'm gonna see if there's a third kind of ring, perhaps
Yeah.
on one of these tables.
Yeah, on one of the workbenches, you don't see a ring, but you do see blocks of metal. They have different shades. One looks a little darker, almost like a black obsidian color. Another one is they're the other two are much lighter looking, like more gray than dark, and there are enough of them that you feel like, you know, there's a good quantity of the three of them.
Okay. So some obsidian and other metals.
Yeah, there's two metals that are light gray, and then there's one that's more dark. Would you like to?
I can't make heads or tails of this, but I will absolutely make a roll because I've been rolling so hot tonight.
The inquisitive rogue.
The inquisitive rogue with terrible intelligence. Hoping I would make up for some of this, but yes, inquisitive investigation of the metals.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
A
God.
wonderful 6.
Yeah.
Yes, these are definitely blocks of material. One is certainly darker than the other two.
That's
Have I
what you
found
know.
Anything in the blueprints that might deactivate this device?
The blueprints do not show how to deactivate it. They show how to construct it. But you could
Got
like I said, you could probably deconstruct it going reverse, you know, backwards order.
Okay.
Hold on, CJ. So when you are looking at the three metals, the one of the lighter gray ones, you noticed there was some snow on it. And when you were kind of like, you know, this one is darker, this one is not, the snow begins to levitate off that middle choice. So there's the two lighter ones and the obsidian one.
And the one that has levitating snow on it
is the middle. And it's starting to levitate, and then the snow falls almost immediately. You almost wonder if it's like a trick of the eye. You're you know, just a...
That could mean any number of things.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. Or you don't even know if it really happened because it was so quick. It was like...
It's...
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just going to ignore it and assume that it means nothing.
Sure.
I love Joey's face. Joey, what's so hard about picking your spells for being a wizard? Like, are you just going through the whole list?
Well, he's going to retool it. He was just... The fact that he couldn't be an Unearthed Arcana class, he said, I'm going to
Very mad about
switch.
that.
Yeah. He's going to go with he's going to do Endargo V2.
Oh, Undargo V2. Oh, Undargo. I look forward to meeting Undargo's child, Undargo.
So here's what I'm doing, because I wasn't in that room at all.
Right.
With a immediate reaction of tossing it out this window if it starts glowing, I am going to start to try to disassemble the Silver Star.
You will need to use the tools in the workshop to do that. You know that.
Okay. So
But you want to bring it?
will-
You want to like push it into the workshop?
I was gonna walk over to the workshop and grab the tools from there.
Okay, so you're gonna bring stuff to it. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
I
I'm
look
not
at-
touching that thing. Except
I look
for
at Fladrian and say, perhaps bring this metal with you as well. All three of them. They all seem equally important.
I will inspect the metal. With
Sure.
regard to the blueprints, and see if one metal looks like the other metal.
In fact, the only thing not written on the
my
blueprints is the type of metal that was used.
Okay. Oh, still it's a 9.
Do you want to give
Okay.
me... You got a 9? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, give me an
I will.
Arcana check. Sorry, not an Arcana check. No, never mind. That's totally fine. You could definitely recognize one of them, though, Stefano. One is pure silver, and that is on the left.
Ooh.
So there are 3 metals. One of them is silver, and the other one looks like silver, and the other one is a darker, grayer color. The one that looks like silver, though, there's something different about it. You can't really tell by just looking at it, but you can see that it's just slightly different. There's just something you can't put your finger on about it.
So the one that's like fake silver is completely uninteresting.
No, the one that looks like
Well,
silver is interesting. The one that looks like real silver is not interesting, and the one that's very dark
Yeah.
is not interesting.
You know the one
Well,
on the left is silver.
the
And
one
the
that
other one
looks
on
like
the
pure
right-
silver is going straight in my
Okay.
pocket.
Legend, do you think that's wise to take materials that aren't yours?
I look at Edmund and
I also laugh and go, yes.
We are funny.
Let us take this stuff.
I'm gonna take the tools with
And
me,
I'll-
and I'm gonna take the ring where that looks interesting to me, and I'm gonna walk into the other room.
It's not a ring; it's just a block of metal.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
the
they're blocks of metal.
So I'm gonna take the two. The
Just
one
take-
that's
Just leave the dark one. I don't think it's.
I'm completely
that one.
ignoring the dark one.
So when you
And-
lift the pieces of metal, the silver one is about what you'd expect in terms of weight. The other one is super light compared to the other one. Much less weight. And the other one, the third one, is much more dense.
Incredibly dense. We'll call this metal Rogal. If he were here, he would laugh at that.
Next time you come up with a name for our group, just put the number 2 in it.
Would be.
Okay. I'm taking all 3. I'm taking all
Okay.
3 metals,
Okay.
and I'm
Um,
going to move
No,
back with.
leave the dark one. It's useless. It's
I'm-
dense and unappealing, much like Rogal. Again,
Wait, wasn't
Oh.
Edmund praising Rogal?
he was. He was very
Vaguely.
vaguely. I was very vaguely praising Rogal.
Okay.
Okay. I am now in this room with the tools that it seems I will need to disassemble this summer star.
I agree. Okay. All right.
And
So
I am
you can.
very carefully attempting to take it apart.
I'm going
Yeah.
to kind of peer and say, "You think perhaps we should bring it to that copper fellow? He seemed to be the one who was most familiar with it, but
Well,
or perhaps we
Edmund.
should bring copper back here."
Edmund, the first thing I can tell you is we're not taking this thing anywhere while it's still intact.
Good point.
Okay. So you're gonna disassemble it, right?
I'm sure attempting to.
Okay. Just let me
And
check in
I
with
am
Joey.
ag-
Let me check in with
Yeah.
Joey and Andrew, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
So you guys are gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here.
Macretus is screaming, "No, no, 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 no! Don't let him take it apart! They need to build on it! They'll never get it back together!"
God, what the fuck?
Perhaps we should blow Edmund across the room out of the window into the crevasse. Gore. Can we do that?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Like, can we do
we-
anything?
Can we
Like,
blow the note back in their face? Like, right in their face? Like, you need a third ring.
Yeah, you could, but I don't know if that's gonna do it.
God, like, what is within our capability? Like,
You can affect the material world in a small, minor way, like perhaps, like you said, blowing wind, pushing an item, very small light, like 5 pounds of force in a very brief moment with a check. So it's hard.
like, are we just screwed?
I don't know. I really don't know. This could go a lot of ways.
What item could we use to...
Can I put some, like, can I make them trip? Like, can I slide some ice underneath their foot?
You could put something, yeah, you could, or even like grab their foot for a brief moment just so that they trip.
Can I grab his hand as he goes to disassemble it, perhaps?
Yeah.
You could. Again, it's going to be very minimal force, so it would be like almost something like maybe like a tick. It would just like be something that he's like, that was a weird touch.
Or can I knock the thing out of his hand when he goes to disassemble it?
You won't have the force to do that.
Can I shake something like No.
I gave that to you before because you were like, you said in anger, you just like roared basically. But to reenact that would be hard. You'd have to roll really high.
To reenact. Sorry, what?
That like shaking of the building.
Damn it.
Makrita says, "Is there any way we could send him a message and quick?"
Can we drop? Can we drop a message with snow?
Yeah, can we,
Sure.
can we draw in the snow?
Sure. There is snow all over this room from when you shook the
Oh
house.
my god, yes. I tried to draw, like, in the snow. Or
Draw,
stop.
like, make
All right.
third ring or something.
It's got to be
Third
like,
ring.
okay,
Or-
it's got to be a short message. So like the number 3.
Wait. No, we should tell him, like, stop. Like, do
Okay.
not disassemble. Like,
All right. Do you want to do that? And here's what happens. Let's say they.
No, Andrew, like, what do you think?
Yeah.
What should we prioritize? Like, third ring or, like, don't disassemble?
Perhaps we could do like stop to start with.
Yeah, or stop, don't break.
Yeah. I think stop is appropriate one to do first. So I rolled for Joey. I got a 17 on the dice, so that will work. And Andrew, unfortunately, I didn't get one for you. So stop will be the only one you could do right now. But in the future, let's say they do something else. If you would like to write something additional, you just got to give them a chance to, like, they might have a chance to disassemble it first before you could do another one. All right? Okay.
All right.
But if they respond, I'm just going to roll a couple of rolls for you right now, so that if they respond, what do you want to say next? If they like stop, what will you do next? 3 rings?
Don't break or 3 ring.
No. What about add ring?
Add ring. Yeah. Add ring.
Okay. I did get a 12 from Andrew, which is what you need to do something. So, Joey, you didn't help there, but Andrew got that one done. So you will write stop, and Andrew will write third ring or add ring, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I feel sick.
Okay. Flair. So you lay out the blueprints. You use like a pair of those like metal tongs to like grab, like a chemical, in a lab or something. Somebody would carry like a big beaker. You place it on the table, and you are ready to disassemble this. Now, when the building shook before, a lot of snow and debris fell down. So you might want to clear the workspace first. So you can lay out all the tools and the blueprints. Do you want to do it somewhere else?
No, I mean, we should flip the table back over. I mean, the table was flipped over already, so.
Oh, that's
Flip
right.
the table.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So we'll go
So
over
you-
and like try and flip the table back over.
Yes, I forgot about the table. So you
Set
flip
it
the
up.
table back. You place the stuff on. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, we want to lay everything out, like put everything.
when I pick it up with the tools rather than with my hands, I'm not seeing any reaction.
No. Oh, so then now that we've clarified the table was flipped upside down, Edmund starts to write the table, put out the blueprints. You are grabbing the morning or the summer star with your tongs, and you're going to place it on the table. Correct? That's basically the order of operations here.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you clamp it with the tongs, and you lift it, and no reaction. Like it doesn't glow, it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But you're like keeping it at arm's distance because you don't want it to blow up.
I am prepared to throw it out any window.
Gotcha. So you're looking at it to see if there's any reaction, and you notice just where it was in the snow. You look, and it looks like the word "stop" is written in the snow on the floor.
I freeze.
Okay, you freeze. You're not
I
moving.
look at Fladrian and I say, Fladrian, why have you stopped? Put the star right on the table here.
I just
I look over and I see the words stop. And I say, clearly that can't be trusted.
well,
We don't know where those words came from. Why would you?
Edmund, I'm no inquisitor, but the house shook.
This is true. The house.
It seems some invisible force appears to be guiding us with this object.
That does perhaps seem true.
Did you see anything strange in the workshop?
Well, the metal did a little weird thing, but it was just a trick of the eye. I think the light came in from one of the holes in the ceiling.
Which piece of metal?
The other, not the dark one, and not the one that you took. The one in the middle, the almost grayish, darkish one. It seemed, like that the one in the middle, the not so special one.
The not as heavy one.
Not the Rogal metal, but also not the silver.
Right, the one that was extremely light.
Yes, the one that was incredibly handsome and light on its feet. We'll call that one the Edmund metal.
I was going to go with flare.
We could probably go with that too. The flare Edmund metal.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, we'll add it to our table of elements as soon as we get back to wherever we belong.
Yes.
In the meantime, perhaps we should take this to the workshop.
As you're, because hold on, I want to clarify something.
Out here already.
I want to clarify something. Flare, when you saw the writing, are you like moving, or are you like still like frozen, like looking? You're not even looking at CJ or Edmund when you're doing this, right? You're like talking while facing the other direction, right?
It's frozen. I stopped moving.
Right. Okay, good. So you haven't moved. Got it. So you're having this conversation behind your back. Okay. So as you're having this conversation with Edmund, you actually see more writing starting to appear in the snow. And it says, I'm going to spell these out. A D D R I N G, and the writing stops.
A dring. Doesn't make any sense. What kind of word is a dring?
Edmund, it says add ring. 3 is better than 2. Okay, all right. It seems that we need to add another ring to this summer star. I'm going to take it into the workshop, and I'm going to pull out this metal that seemed very light to the touch, and I am going to, I suppose, smith it into a ring because I'm capable of doing that.
Joey has a character coming.
Hunk of metal, right?
Yeah.
I suppose I could probably help you if you feel that I could help you in any sort of way.
Yeah, so here's what you can do, okay? Obviously, the mantle is there, so you could create a forge of some sort that you could use to melt down the metal to liquid, and work with the tools. This room does have tools for all of the, creation of the summer star.
So I'm going to follow the instructions on how to make one of those rings based on the blueprint.
Okay. So here's what you're going to do for me, all right? So in order to do this, you're going to give me a dexterity arcana check. I know that's weird.
Oh.
Dexterity?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Perhaps I should assist you, if you'd like.
If you
Or
are
do you think-
proficient
do you
in
think you could-
Arcana,
So-
you can.
Here's what I think I'd like to do.
Do you think you could perhaps explain it to me and I could do it better?
I would like to explain it to Edmund. Give Edmund bardic inspiration. And I am proficient in Arcana, so perhaps I can help his roll.
I am proficient in Arcana, and I have a plus. What's your deck? Do you have a? Do you think you
I
have
have a +3 dex.
I also have a +3 deck. So either, but I am. So we're both probably the same in dexterity Arcana checks.
I'm essentially just looking to give him advantage on whatever he does and bardic inspiration, if that's possible.
Yeah, and I guess if you don't want to be the one to work with the material, you also would be safer.
Cool. And only I know that.
Okay.
Now,
The Musketeers are really
on.
unraveling today, aren't they?
Nobody else wants to die.
All right, so let's do it then.
So,
Bardic Inspiration.
Inspired.
You were inspired?
But I'm also helping him, so
Okay.
neither of us are safe. We're trying to do this together so that nobody gets hurt.
Agreed.
So it's going to be 1d20 plus 3 plus 2 plus
A
1.
dring.
1d. What's the
Yeah, how
bardic
does it
inspiration? Is it d6 or
It's a d6. So
d6? Okay. And am I adding anything else? So my dex, my proficiency, and a bardic inspiration.
well, don't add the bardic inspiration until you roll twice.
Oh,
Never mind.
Doesn't matter.
nat 20. All right.
I crit.
Let me just talk with the guys for a quick second. I think they're almost done with their characters, and then maybe we could get them in after this, once the cabin wraps up.
Let's
Okay.
see. Maybe. I don't know. I might not do so well with this 26.
No. All right, you guys out? Okay. Okay, good. You can hear me, Stefano, or no? Okay, I see the red light. All right, Joey and Andrew. Some success finally. They go into the workshop, and Macretus is overseeing their work, and he's happy because they're doing what he intended to. He's just kind of criticizing Flair and Edmund for not, having the right, they're not skilled at this, so everything they're doing is very crude and slow.
Rogal
I only
is-
had my hands.
And this dude just constantly complaining.
Yes, yeah, he's a complainer.
But he keeps it to himself.
Oh, you complain? Oh, okay, gotcha.
No. He's annoyed of wait, sorry, what's the guy's name again?
Macretus.
Macretus. He's definitely annoyed at Macretus. Macretus is complaining, but yeah, he keeps it to himself.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you bite your tongue. Yeah. Elias, what are you doing?
I'm ardently watching what they're doing, making the ring.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it
wait,
seems
can we
like they are.
communicate that we're still alive, or that we're in spirit world.
No, they have no idea.
Writing that in the snow.
You want to do that?
Well, let's.
Yeah, but that would take multiple checks to write on.
Yeah, I'd say probably each word really would be a check.
Macretus, what do they do when they add this ring? What happens then?
Well, you see, when they add that third ring, and thank God it's mithril and not adamantine, ooh, that might destroy the whole cabin. When they activate the item, those gyroscopes are gonna contain the energy field, and they're gonna be able to end this winter, control the weather, and end it once and for all.
What happens to us?
And bring us back to life.
What happens to us is... What do you mean?
But what happens to us? Why can't we leave this room?
I mean, I don't know how this works, but I guess our spirits can roam. Or I don't know. I'm not a. I'm a follower of Lathander, but I don't know what goes on the other side.
So we have to get them to activate it after they make it.
Yeah. Look, buddy, we're dead. All right,
Maybe-
but we can leave. Go ahead.
We can assume that, like, I don't know, doing this would have. Maybe that was presumptive of me, but like I mean, like yeah, he's trying to like process.
Yeah.
He's
No,
like,
Rogal, stop thinking of yourself. Gotta save the Icewind Dale.
Yeah. He says this isn't about us, all right? We can do something. We can leave a legacy, even if nobody will know that we did it.
So what word would cause them to activate this device? Perhaps the word activate or
No, no, they got to attune to it. They gotta hold it. Let the power go. It won't explode this time. They've got to just be sure and take that leap of faith and keep holding on to it.
so perhaps the word safe.
safe touch.
Safe
Good.
touch.
All right, I'll roll the 2 for you. You need at least one person to get this. I got a 4 for Joey, so that's only an 8. And Andrew got a 16. All right.
Thank you, me.
All right. There you go.
There's a fan
All
that
right.
is with me.
All right, so that's the plan, right? Good.
Safe touch.
And Macreta says, and if we're trapped here forever with us, with each other, well, then I consider this hell. But
Yes. yes, you're right.
like I said, this is more than just us. More than just us.
Indeed, Macretus.
like I'm just I'm like sighing.
All right, here we go. All right. You guys back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All right,
to
so-
be clear.
Yeah.
All of these things are happening, and there's nothing pinging as magical.
Correct. The only 2 magical things were the summer star itself
Okay.
and the amulet. Mhm.
All right.
All right, so we have a training montage that will basically happen. You
I
know,
just want to explain exactly how I've failed every single one of my investigation checks, but I nailed it when making this ring. Like every single thing I've been looking at, like I'm supposed to be incredibly inquisitive
Well,
and like noticing all of the things, but I just couldn't see anything.
you were oblivious completely.
clearly.
Clearly.
Well, Edmund, clearly you are the doer, and I am the figure outer.
Clearly, in this situation, I couldn't figure it out. But man, my nimble hands are just all about creating. Just creating.
And clearly, Flair is just excellent at reading blueprints.
Yep.
You're a great orator, which is what it is, and why I was so good at following the instructions because of how well you explained them.
Explain them to you in rhyme, or I am the pentameter.
The pentameter
All right.
is fantastic.
So a Rocky training montage will happen where you are, or even better, a getting stuff done montage will occur right now. You will be hammering away. You're going to be smelting and doing whatever with the liquid metal, molding it, and then attaching this 3rd ring with all the runes inscribed, perfected runes inscribed on this 3rd ring to match the other 2. So now this gyroscope is 3 rings wide, adding another maybe inch or 2 to the total diameter, and it is complete. You placed with the tongs on one of the workbenches the final product.
Ta-da! And
There you
like I kind of like stare at it and like expect it to do something and cover my face a little bit, like.
Yeah, you do
And then
that.
I
Yeah.
look at Fladrine and I say, "Is it meant to do something now?"
Well,
there a-
let's try this. And I pick it up.
Yeah, and you do it. You pick it up. You also, as you pick it up, on the table there, the snow that was on the table starts to move around again. And it says, safe. Just as you read that, the light from inside starts to glow again. The same glow that you saw that killed Elias and Rogal.
I run.
I drop it and run.
Okay. You drop it. And as you drop it, it totally powers down and does not glow anymore. It's on the floor there.
I turn around.
Yep.
And Edmund, I think it's okay. I'm gonna pick it up.
It said to put it. It said to put it in a safe. There's no safe in this room, is there?
Edmund.
Yes.
Edmund. Did you?
A second word appears.
Go look for a safe. Edmund, go look for a safe. I'll be in here for a second.
Blair's like,
I'm gonna spend. While this second word is happening, I'm also spending a minute to try to cast identify on it.
I'm incredibly good at deciphering clues, and clearly that says safe, meaning to place it in a safe.
Yes, Edmund. Edmund, don't worry. Even after this great incident, you'll still be my best friend.
So,
the minute of identify.
The second word comes up in the snow, and it says, "Hold."
Yeah, so I have
to go in a safe of holding.
I have to hold it anyway to cast identify. So
much like a bag of holding.
So, as soon as you hold it and you're starting to cast identify, it starts to glow again. And again, the gyroscope rings start to turn. So you're holding it on the outer ring or whatever. It's the two rings inside are spiraling around like crazy. And the glowing light seems to get as bright as it was before, except the light does not spill out of the gyroscope this time. When you cast Identify on it...
I may have soiled myself a bit.
When you cast Identify on it, you believe that this item is maybe not casting a spell per se, but it is generating some sort of effect of control weather spell. Alright? Again, it's not the exact same thing, but you feel like the same effect. The Identify spell will tell you that that same effect will happen.
And do I feel like I can use it to use to that effect?
You feel like you could.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Wind starts to blow around the gyroscope as it's basically the two inner rings are indistinguishable at this point. You can't tell that there's even rings there. They're moving so fast. You're holding it on the outer ring, and all the light that's in there is giving a warm glow to the room, but not a violent glow like you saw before. And as you think about what you want to do with this, you feel like you've attuned to this item. What do you want to do, Stefano?
I want... Is there like a gigantic blizzard around me?
No, it's not snowing right now, but it's dark, completely dark, and really cold today.
I want warmth.
Warmth.
All I want is warmth. I mean, I don't think at night I could make it so that the sun starts shining right down on where I'm standing.
You wish for warmth, basically. And the glow of this orb beams up, creating a hole in the roof, not harming you at all. Edmund is shocked at what's going on right now, I'm sure, because this is totally not what he thought was going to happen. But this light goes all the way up into the sky, and the open air that you can see now is visible. It's complete black. It's, it would be nighttime right now. The entire black night that you normally are used to seeing parts, and this light just starts to kind of wash over the entire night sky. In fact, once the night sky is gone, you realize that the light dissipates, and you look up and you see the sun shining. The first time you've seen the sun in months since you've been here in Icewind Dale. It's about maybe 5 at night, and this would normally be complete pitch black, but now the sky is opening, and if you were to look out windows, Edmund, you would see that more of the darkness is retreating, and it continues beyond your sight. You would believe that the rest of the 10 towns probably can see what you are seeing right now.
Oh.
Okay?
I turn to Edmund. We're gonna be so freaking rich!
Oh my god. We're gonna be so famous. We're gonna get
Finally!
so much praise.
Ah,
We've done it.
this is
Yeah.
worth every second. Let's make a triumphant return.
The sacrifice of our two friends is for naught.
Ah,
For we have brought light. We have brought the light of Lathander as Elias had
definitely
wanted.
The light of Lathander. Oh, by the way, that golden amulet, that's definitely magical.
All right, so
Oh, okay, cool.
hold on. Okay, so at this moment, Rogal, Elias, and obviously in your what's going on with you guys, I think you all figured it out. But Rogal and Andrew, you witnessed this happen. The sky parts, the darkness parts, and you see the sun for the first time in months. And just as this is happening, you see a presence before you, a person wearing white robes. They have laurels around their heads. They look like a man, strong-jawed. Clearly, Elias, you don't need to make any check here. You are in the presence of Lathander, the god of light. And it's obvious. His aura, his emanating aura is astonishing. It blows you away. You feel tears come to your eyes. Rogal, you're not a follower of Lathander, but a similar emotion comes over you. And Macretus bows down when he sees his god. Lathander says to you in a deep voice that you feel only you hear in your head, "You have done the work of the light, and for that, I will repay you." Joey, Elias, your ghostly figures disappear, and you open your eyes, and your body is literally mending itself together. The tendons and all the muscles that were blown away start to reform as you're washed with a glowing golden light, as well as a body of Macretus. And you appear back on the material plane to see your two companions, Edmund and Flair, looking at this bright beam going up into the sky. The entire group, all four of you, are going to receive the blessing of Lathander at the beginning of every dawn. Every day at dawn, you will gain one effect of bless that you can use every single day. So as if the bless spell was cast on you, you get one use of that every single day.
That's dope.
It's a D4 to like attack rolls, ability checks, things like that.
No,
I think it's attack rolls and saving throws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
And that
The bless.
lasts for like a minute or something? Or
This
is it
lasts
just, like-
all day until you use it, and it doesn't go away, and you get it every single day because of that.
Praise be.
Nice.
Oh wait, so is it a one use or is it one use and then it lasts for the minute?
It's once per day.
Sorry.
It's one dice. One
Okay.
basically
Okay.
one
Yeah, that's what I thought.
use of a blessed spell.
Yes. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
That's one
But you get it every day for free, and it is a free action to decide to use or anything like that. It's completely free. Okay.
Rogal, gets up and is like shaken and shocked and slightly annoyed to see Macretus is back with us. But honestly, overall, like happy.
Hold up. Wait, so
I'm literally crying tears of amazement.
you told me they were
Bewilderment.
Now, here's where I'm confused. You told me they were making new characters. Are they their own old characters?
They are.
Okay.
What?
You didn't know
How
that,
old is new
Stefano?
Well, no, we were talking about that in the
Okay.
background.
So, yeah, we can discuss debrief afterwards, but let's finish this up real quick. So, so you see your companions reanimate to life.
I look at the three of them standing there and I go, "Oh my God! I thought we had lost you. You're back. I'm so glad to see you're alive.
We were in
You, Elias, you're back, and Rogal, you're back too. And who's that gentleman?"
glad to see things are still normal.
I turn to Elias and I point up at the sky. Look at the thing I did. Look what I did.
Yeah, we were telling you what to do, you idiots. The Macretus,
Macretus
this
that says
older
that?
man, stands up.
Macretus says that.
Macretus says that.
I turn around and punch him in the gut.
Oh,
Tell him, shut up.
Macretus, if you are telling us what to do, why did you spell out a drink?
Yeah, what the heck does a dring mean?
You bunch of idiots. Ugh. Well, Copper was wrong. This wasn't a fool's errand. I was right.
Oh, Copper. You should have listened to him about the 3 rings.
Yeah, but we got it. Okay, we did it, and it's all good. And look at this. The winter. It's gone. It's sunny. We can see the light.
I go outside just to prove to myself that I can leave.
Yeah, you do. You walk out the front door just like you would normally be able to, and you can take a breath of that fresh air. And by the way, everyone, it's like...
And he
By the way-
immediately falls through the hole that he left at the front door.
No, he doesn't fall through the front door.
I would like to do that, honestly, just because I feel like it gives like a circle to the quest started off.
Too warm.
Yeah, you know what? Sure. You fall down. You fall down.
Actively, yeah, I
Okay.
Where is it? I walk out here.
Yeah, and you fall down. You fall down again. All right. This time I won't make you roll damage, but it's funny. You fall down, and you get face plant. You got snow in your face, but you left the cabin.
Wait, how much damage did I take? Wait, what was the dice for damage?
2d6, but I'm not gonna make you roll. It's
I'm
just for.
taking it.
Okay.
Minus
And you
3?
subtract
All
your
right,
3.
damage.
Yeah. All right. So you take 3 damage. So. Okay, so here's what happens. All right, so you all can look out the windows. You can step outside carefully and not fall down if you want to. But you go outside, and Macretus is like, "I can't believe it. We ended this rhyme. I knew Lathander was watching over us. I knew it."
Bless his name.
Now, you're getting prepared, ready to leave. The temperature's rising now. It's like probably maybe like 30 degrees Fahrenheit at this point. Okay? So it's actually
It's
I mean-
almost above freezing.
right, exactly. You're right at the freezing mark. And
Whoa.
then you hear some wind whipping around real fast. Real fast wind whipping. And a cold wind blows down, giving you a nice chilly burst again that you feel you haven't felt in a few minutes.
I put the thing away quickly.
Well, you are attuned to it. It's just working, okay? And you start to hear in the wind, almost like a faint whisper. All of you hear this as you're leaving the cabin. You hear, you're here.
I ready my axe.
Okay, you take out your weapons.
I stay completely silent.
The wind picks up again. There you are. I see you now. I will be watching you. And then the wind.
Which
goes
one
away.
of us are you talking to? Just to be
No.
clear.
No response from the wind.
Of course, I didn't expect it.
On the horizon, as you look out beyond the outhouse, you think you see 3, 4, or 5 humanoid figures walking towards the cabin. Except these people are emitting a bright light where their face should be.
I'd like to go now.
And that's where we're going to leave it
We may
for
have
this
to
week.
fight our way
I'd like to go now, please.
That is where we're going to leave it. All right, everybody. That was the Black Cabin.
through.
We'll pick it up.
Woo!
We will pick it up next week,
We
and
did
we'll
it.
see these creatures are approaching the cabin. And you heard that whispering in the wind.
And we've certainly seen these creatures before.
You have.
Yeah, one of them.
Yep.
One of them.
Yep, there are a bunch of them headed towards the cabin. All right, everyone.
Well, we'll take care of them.
Next time. All right. So I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed this. Just to debrief a bit, because there was a lot here that you did not see, CJ and Stefano, but I hope it was clear. Joey, Andrew, do you want to explain what happened to you?
So it was like that Star Trek episode with Geordie LaForge and Ensign Roy.
Oh,
Okay.
of course.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great
They became
explanation.
incorporated spirits who could slightly influence the material world.
Mhm.
Oh, it was like the movie Ghost.
Yeah, it's like Ghost.
Yeah, like Ghost.
Okay. That makes sense why I wasn't pinging, like, invisibility at
Yeah.
all.
Rogal was like Patrick Swayze, and Edmund was like, what's her name?
The girl in that movie.
Oh, God, her name escaped me. Yeah,
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore. Thank you.
Whoopi Goldberg, right?
It's not Whoopi.
Whoopi Goldberg was the medium.
The medium.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Macretus was Whoopi.
Yes.
So, yeah, and it was excellent because in the beginning they were doing very subtle things until they realized that they could maybe like write in the snow. Then it got a lot easier.
I mean, like, I think we figured it out, like, pretty early.
Yeah.
Like, once you said the whole thing, like, oh, there's, like, 2 rings, and then, like, it should, the
Yeah.
2 should be
Remember that you saw 3 equals 2.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it was pretty clear at that point what we were supposed to do, but we were just trying to prolong it.
Oh, I know.
I really,
So-
I really enjoyed watching Joey squirm. It
Yeah.
just, it was really enjoyable.
I mean, I'll be totally honest. I didn't know you were supposed to do it then and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that also, I did also think that we might need to find copper.
I thought copper was going to help us too, to be honest.
Also, if you
We're gonna take it
deconstructed,
apart. We're just like, oh god.
yeah, Macretus was like, "Don't let them take it apart." So when you were trying to take it apart, they were going crazy because they have to make checks to be able to influence the material plane. They can't do it whenever they want. So they were like contemplating like what happens if like, because they had to write words and they had to decide how many words, what to write, because it would be harder based on the checks. So they were like, God, what can we write? And yeah, they were like, we should do stop first. Just put stop and then go on. But yeah, so it was cool to see how they could manipulate it and what you guys would think when they wrote stuff or did stuff. But anyway,
Yes.
all right, so we're gonna stop here. We're just past 11 on the East Coast. Just a reminder, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Links below for all of our new things going on. I'll put CJ's website and YouTube channel below.
Make one of these.
That's right. Make one of those D20s. Thank you again, everybody. I had a thoroughly good time with this adventure.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
Very good episode.
Hashtag Flare ended the winter.
That's right. And I'm
Good
sure that
flair.
the campaign will end next week. So
Yeah.
join us for the
We did
finale
it.
of
And I
Icewind
will
Dale.
say that being a ghost isn't all it's cracked up to be.
It's not.
It's not. All right, everybody. I will see you on the tabletop. Have a good night.